Hi, I'm Amol Raj, and I'm back with yet another session of Learn Management within Minutes. As you know, in these sessions, we take up events happening around us as case studies and try to learn the management lessons that these events teach us. This time, we are not only pondering upon the management lessons, but we are also digging in to get the life lessons and some astrological lessons from the event. And our today's event is Ranveer Alabadia's controversy. So let's see what management life lessons and astrological lessons we can learn from this. Lesson number one, always be conscious about your brand image. Ranveer Alabadia was soaring ever high right from the days of Dear Biceps to TRS to his other ventures, successfully carrying his clean, innocent, and sanskari image somehow. Because he was very conscious about his image. Even in his first appearance in the same Samarena, same show, he managed to put across his thoughts without using any vulgar comment or any objectionable content. Even though he was surrounded by people who were using the same language. Then, somewhere in October 2024, he lost track of his brand image. He got somewhat carefree about his brand image and poof, gone. So, lesson learned. Always be conscious about your brand image. Lesson number two, and this one is a life lesson. Never speak ill or destructive about anything dear to you. Not even as a stunt or as a joke. In my astrological and consulting sessions, I encounter people who keep on telling fake stories, narrating fake stories about some fake huge loss that they incurred just to avoid some buri nazar or sometimes udhar from others. I ask them to stop doing so right away because you get what you choose with your words. Ranveer Alabadia did the same. Like Poonam Pandey, he, just to create sensation, he aired a fake story of his YouTube content getting deleted and also his career getting ruined. Bingo. He got it. He got what he chose. Lesson learned. Never speak ill or destructive about anything. Lesson number three. Avoid destructive experiments. For the past few months, Ranveer Alabadia had been exhibiting a desperate urge to create sensation using negative publicity. Well, there is nothing wrong with that because in management there are a few ways, there are several ways to create disruption in market, both positive and negative. But avoid destructive experimentations as much as you can. We can take Honda for example. When Honda launched its first bike in US market, which was then dominated by Harley Davidson, the mass perception of bikers in the US then was that the bikers are very rogue, very ill-mannered, and they don't have good family life, very good social life. So instead of choosing the easy path, Honda chose a more sustainable and positive path. They taglined their ads as "Good people drive Honda," and then they showcased their ads with Honda driving people, Honda riding people, helping others and in human ways, in more human ways. So the perception changed. People took it very positively, and yes, Honda overtook the HD sales, Harley Davidson sales in the first year itself. Ranveer Alabadia could have done the same way. He was riding on his Sanskari image very well, and he was carrying it through for past 10 years or so. Then somehow he got trapped in the negative publicity trap, and everything gone. Lesson learned. Avoid destructive experiments. Lesson number four. And this one is a life lesson. Ride your success. Don't let your success ride you. Ranveer Alabadia's success was phenomenal. It has been phenomenal, no doubt about it. And he was riding his success well. But for the past few months, his success has started riding him. So he thought maybe whatever he does, because he was successful and famous, so whatever he does, people will follow it, people will like it, or maybe sometimes they will dislike it, but they will forgive him. No, this is not the case. if success starts riding on your head, it becomes a hindrance. He could have learned it from MS Dhoni, Sachin Tendulkar, Amitabh Bachchan, Rajinikanth, Chiranjeevi, that when they were at their peaks of their successes, they were asked controversial comments about controversial comments and controversial questions, and they kept mum in all those times. They did not let their success ride their heads. Success, when starts riding, it becomes hindrance in the success itself. Lesson learned. Ride your success. Don't let your success ride. Okay, now in astrological lesson. इसे हम हिंदी में लेंगे क्योंकि हमारी जो हिंदी स्पीकिंग पब्लिक है उन तक ये बात पहुंचे। तो मैंने रणवीर अलाहाबादिया की कुंडली को एनालाइज करने की कोशिश की और इसमें मैंने केपी, जैमिनी, नाड़ी और पराशरी 4 तरह की विधियों को ध्यान में रखते हुए बर्थ टाइम रेक्टिफिकेशन करते हुए इनकी कुंडली को एनालाइज किया। मैं देखता हूँ कि ये कुंडली जो है ये सिंह लग्न की कुंडली है। सूर्य जो है वो दशम स्थान में केतु के साथ बैठा हुआ ग्रहण बना रहा है। साथ में 12वें स्थान में बैठा हुआ मंगल है जो वक्री भी है और नीच का है, कर्क में बैठा हुआ मंगल है। शनि जो है वो सप्तम भाव में बैठा हुआ है कुंभ में। और ये तो बड़ा आसान है कि मंगल की दृष्टि इस पे पड़ रही है, अरिबंधन योग बन रहा है। ये बात किसी ने क्यों नहीं देखी? अरिबंधन योग बन रहा है सूर्य जो खुद केतु के साथ है, यानी कि ग्रहण योग में बैठा हुआ है। तो अभी यहाँ पे तो समस्या आने वाली है। यानी ये समस्या आएगी कब? अरिबंधन का मतलब क्या है? अरिबंधन का मतलब है कि जो कंपेटिटर्स हैं या जो दुश्मन हैं उनकी बनाई किसी कॉन्स्पिरेसी में या उनके द्वारा स्टार्ट की गई किसी कॉन्स्पिरेसी में व्यक्ति फंसेगा और उसके बाद बंधन आएगा। बंधन का मतलब या तो वो एब्सकॉन्ड करेगा या वो जेल जाएगा या वो असाइलम में जाएगा, मेंटल असाइलम में, या वो बड़े हॉस्पिटल में जाएगा या दुखदायी विदेश यात्रा में जाएगा। तो इसे किसी ने क्यों नहीं देखा? उनके आसपास तो रणवीर अलाहाबादिया के आसपास तो लगातार एस्ट्रोलॉजर्स थे, वो तो लगातार उनके इंटरव्यूज ले रहे थे। तमाम इंटरव्यूज थे जो बड़े बड़े एस्ट्रोलॉजर्स थे उन्होंने दिए। तो क्या कोई भी एस्ट्रोलॉजर ऐसा नहीं था जिससे उन्होंने कुंडली का विश्लेषण करवाया हो? ये तो बड़ी अजीब सी बात है। ये तो ऐसा है जैसे आप बैंक में हैं, आपके चारों तरफ पैसा है पर वो आपका नहीं। ऐसा क्यों किया? सिर्फ कुछ व्यूज नहीं। तो एस्ट्रोलॉजिकल लेसन, हमेशा अपनी कुंडली का एनालिसिस जरूर करवाइए, अपनी कुंडली का विश्लेषण जरूर करवाइए अगर आप किसी जैन के ज्योतिषी को जानते हैं। और उपाय हर चीज के होते हैं। इवन रणवीर अलाहाबादिया की इस चीज में उपाय था। सबको पता था कि 16 अक्टूबर 2024 से, मैं आपने मेरे पिछले लेसन में देखा भी होगा कि अक्टूबर से ही उन्होंने अपने शब्दों को बुरी तरह से प्रयोग करना शुरू किया था। तो अक्टूबर से उनकी शनि की महादशा में मंगल की अंतरदशा शुरू होनी थी, जब से हरिबंधन योग में फलीभूत होनी था, और वो फलीभूत हो गया। ये 25 नवंबर 2025 तक चलेगा। तो ये प्रॉब्लम तो 25 नवंबर 2025 तक चलेगी, पर इसका उपाय तो किया जा सकता था। अगर ये इसका उपाय करते, जो कि बहुत आसान और सस्ता उपाय था, रणवीर अलाहाबादिया के लिए तो कतई मुश्किल नहीं थी, तो उन्होंने क्यों नहीं किया? एस्ट्रोलॉजिकल लेसन, जब भी कभी आप किसी अच्छे एस्ट्रोलॉजर से मिलें तो डेफिनेटली उनसे अपनी कुंडली का विश्लेषण करवाइए, और यदि उपाय कर सकते हैं तो जरूर कीजिए। Lesson number 6, and this is a management lesson, very important management lesson and also a social lesson. Bharat is still a values driven market. If you consider Bharat as a market, you have to be values driven. Your content has to be values driven, because if it is not values driven, you may create a sensation for a few days, but as soon as you enter market, you have to be carrying all the values that the Bharatiya Sampradaya carries. We can take Honey Singh and Basha for an example. They entered the market with vulgar content, but then they started using best of their music for the best of their lyrics. We can take Mayawati for an example. She entered the politics, created sensation by speaking a very negative phrase, Gandhi kya shaitan ki aulad tha. But then she refrained from using any negative comment on anyone throughout her career. And we all know that she was one of the best chief ministers in UP. So Bharat is still a values driven market. You may create a few ads, you may create a few content, a little content when which is not following Bharatiya values, but it is not going to go in the long run. Bharatiya public is very, very emotional. They are very much attached to their value system. So lesson learned: Bharat is still a values-driven market.